Speaker, and I thank the gentleman from Virginia for yielding me the customary 30 minutes, and I yield myself such time as I may consume.
Gentleman's recognized.
Here we go again, Mr. Speaker. Here we go again. This rule is insane. And notwithstanding the gentleman's monotone delivery, there's a lot going on here in this rule, and much of it is not good. What are Republicans doing the first week back? Something to lower food costs as Trump's tariffs drive up prices? Nope. Something to fully fund the government before it shuts down in less than a month? Nope. Something to help with skyrocketing health care prices or reversing their devastating cuts to Medicaid? Nope. None of that. Nothing to help regular people, nothing to help workers or families or people struggling to get by. Instead, Mr. Speaker, these guys are continuing to cover up the Epstein Files. Republicans are deeming as passed, which means no debate, no hearing, no markup. They are deeming as passed a new fake Epstein resolution and killing their last fake Epstein resolution. All the while, we already have a real bipartisan bill to unseal all these files. It's the Massey-Connor bill. And last night, every single Republican on the Rules Committee voted against that bipartisan bill. Every single one. And as if that's not bad enough, every single Republican on the Rules Committee also voted to create out of thin air a brand new committee to rewrite the history of what happened here on January 6, 2021. They are so desperate to paper over what happened that day, to whitewash it, and to pretend it was a normal tourist visit. I was here, Mr. Speaker, here in this chamber where you are sitting right now, and you can be damn sure I'm not going to let anyone pretend that January 6th was a normal tourist visit. But Republicans, the gentleman from Virginia included, refused to even display a plaque to honor the police officers who were here that day. I'm so sick of this BS about how Republicans support law enforcement. Mr. Griffith and every other Republican on the Rules Committee voted against displaying a plaque to honor the law enforcement officers who were here on January 6th. That plaque, Mr. Speaker, already exists. Congress already passed a law to create it. The Speaker just refuses to display it. Why? Why would he refuse to do it? I know why, and we all know why. It's the same reason why every Republican voted against releasing the Epstein Files. It's because rules Republicans are scared as hell. This is not a deliberative body anymore. Under this Republican majority, Congress has become a rubber stamp for Donald Trump. This is all about the ego of the man who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. You guys think you work for Trump. You're obsessed with him. It's pathetic. Republicans are ruining this institution, Mr. Speaker, destroying this institution. Again, let me repeat, every single Republican on the Rules Committee voted against releasing the Epstein Files. Every single one. I mean, we heard last night that all Republicans want full transparency, but that's just not true. Let me read you a quote from the top Republican in this country, President Donald J. Trump. This is what he says about the Epstein Files, and I quote, "It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats and some stupid Republicans," end quote. And at a press availability just minutes ago, the president again said that this is all a hoax. Now, what do Republicans think of that? Donald Trump says this is all a hoax, and if you want to release the files, you're stupid. Now, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that the guy who once called Epstein a, quote, terrific guy, and who Epstein considered his, quote, closest friend, is not actually interested in getting to the truth. But you know when this clicked in for me, Mr. Speaker, and for a lot of people? It clicked after Trump won, and then the backtracking began. It clicked again yesterday It clicked after Republicans. It clicked after the same Republican leaders who invited influence to the White House and then passed out binders about the soon-to-be-released client list suddenly changed their tune. And it clicked again yesterday when phase 2 of the binders came out. More information released that's already been released. 97% of it has already been released. It clicked when the same MAGA politicians who once pledged to release everything suddenly came up with more excuses, more delays, and more stalling tactics. And what is obvious to everyone is that someone is hiding something. And while all this stalling goes on, what happens? Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's partner in crime, winds up in a cushy country club prison courtesy of Trump's political appointees. Not a word of outrage from this Republican majority. Not a whisper of accountability. Just silence. Now, let's not pretend that this is complicated. It's pretty obvious what's going on. The Trump administration has the power to release the Epstein files today. They could redact names to protect victims and survivors and deliver the truth. But they refuse. And there's a simple through line to all of this, Mr. Speaker. We all know why Republicans are doing this with the Epstein files. We all know why Republicans refuse to display the plaque honoring the brave law enforcement officers who protected our democracy and protected all of us on January 6th. We all know why Republicans vote again and again and again for all these giveaways for the rich and powerful. It's Donald Trump. He wants to rewrite history. He wants to hide the truth about Jeffrey Epstein, and he wants to continue his giveaways to the well-off and the well-connected. This is all straight out of the authoritarian playbook, and you can bet your ass we are going to continue fighting like hell to oppose this insanity. I reserve my time.